Wrong one. Yeah, that's better. Okay, sound alerts. Settle down, Beavis. What's going on, y'all? Back to this. Back to more. Alright. So we got Lena finishing up being a dancer, and she's gonna probably end up being a mediator after this. Yeah. Double check, make sure I have everything I need. Yep, I'm clear. Last time I was this early for something, she wasn't even awake yet. What up, Chronic? The hell? Darkness. Oh, damn. I just realized something. Ah, nothing. Shit. Like, I'm surprised that I got up and I was like, you know what? Let's not waste any time. I just realized something, by the way. Ferris has the dancing dagger. So not only is Ferris a berserker, but she's also got the dancing dagger. So she's at random doing random dances. This is gonna be interesting. Can I not have a battle that is an attack from behind? It's 2 in a row. What the fuck is this game? Be the tempting Tanga. So now Ferris is almost just as, like, is almost more useless as a dancing kitty. Like, being a berserker is already bad enough, but at least I'm almost done with the whole berserker thing. So basically starting off fresh, and Bartz and Galuf are now doing the mediator role. Lena's a dancer to finish up her shit. Yeah, tame. So Lena's almost done being a dancer. And I still got a pretty long way to go with trying to master all the fucking jobs. Yeah, what is it, like 11 in the morning over at your time or something? That's right, go after that shit. Yeah, that's... yeah, that's what I thought. Use that. Nope. I don't know, honestly, real morning time hours, right? Unfortunately, you missed McDonald's breakfast. Like, that's a major downside. I don't know if it ends at 10:30 or 11 o'clock anymore. I did, but that's fine. I'll order McDonald's lunch. Damn right. Make Robert Kennedy Jr. proud. That worm in his head will surely be pleased. No, the worm in his head will not be sated until everything is democratic like it was in the 60s. Alright, so she mastered that. Now I think she also ends up becoming a mediator. And she's got like a little hair clip thing in there. Bro, honestly, I don't give a fuck. I like Bobby Kennedy. I think Bobby Kennedy is awesome. Okay, it stops at 11. Well, some places stop at 11, some places stop at 10:30. Hell, I've even caught a fucking McDonald's that went to lunch at 10 a.m. Right? And I think it's fucking hilarious, though, that, like, now that he's kind of, like, sided with the president-elect, it seems like everybody just immediately fucking hates him. Not fair, if you ask me. There we go. Well, it's not even just that. No, the majority of it's just that. It's like 80% that. Well, yeah, for views and all of that stuff, because the view sucks. Like, the concept of the view, even the original concept of the view, fucking sucked. It just made it... Yeah, I know about the club. The big club, by the way, is the same big club that they beat you over the head in and tell you what to believe. Oh, trust me, George Carlin is my god. Like, I know what you mean. Yeah, Carlin taught us that. Carlin is my god. There is not a single thing that Carlin has said that I have not disagreed with, and it's interesting to me. With that being the case, like try to think about it this way, you know. So, like, do you think the possibility? Yeah, but yeah, everyone wants to hate him, but nobody can ever seem to develop reason why. It's not one they weren't told by mainstream media. You know what's fucked up is I know what state you live in, and you're like one of the few intelligent people that are living in it that say that shit, and yet a vast majority of your fucking state votes the other way. I'm not trying to dox you. Dude! But on the west side of the mountains. Yeah, you know why? Because it bleeds into fucking, you know, it bleeds in from the 2 states south of that, you know? There's something about that coast. Like, but, you know, like back in the day, Mug Root Beer used to have a fucking slogan. And it was, the foam goes straight to... It's both coasts, not gonna lie. Right, yeah. New York, D.C., Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts. Like... Yeah, that's the one thing that really fucking sucks, too. The salt water goes... So like I was gonna say, you know, like back in the day, Mug Root Beer used to have a fucking slogan that was called, the foam goes straight to your brain. So like, there was a radio advertisement for Mug Root Beer back in the day, and trust me, there is a point to this. But it would be like, okay, there would be a guy that in the radio ad, and he would be trying to teach English to foreigners, you know, that were coming in to the country and stuff like that, that were trying to learn English and whatnot. And so, like, the more he drank a Mug Root Beer, the more the things that he would say sounded absolutely insane. So, like, one of the things that they do is, like, you hear him take a sip, and then he teaches all of these foreign people to say the phrase, "Is your toupee made of AstroTurf?" And then they would repeat it, you know, thinking that that's like a normal fucking phrase or something like that used in America. Just think about that. Is your toupee made of AstroTurf? Is your toupee made of AstroTurf? You know, something like that. And so the slogan ended up being Mug Root Beer, the foam goes straight to your brain. West Coast and East Coast, the salt water goes straight to your brain. These people are insane. It's like people don't want to think for themselves anymore. They let the media and their favorite celebrities think for them, tell them how and what to think, and what they are going to push more than anything, their own agenda that only supports and betters their own benefit. And I agree, you know? You know, like, and it sucks because, like, it's not just, you know, for us as, you know, for our group of people, juggalos, it's bled into that too. It's like, now as a juggalo, we can't even fucking think for ourselves either. It's like, support the underground, or you're a fucking juff. You know, support anybody and everybody who claims to have, like, you know, LGBT qualities, or you're a fucking juff. You know, cancel culture has bled into everything. And it's like, look, I'm free to fucking say and feel whatever the fuck I want to say and feel. There ain't nobody that's gonna tell me otherwise. And it basically, in our fucking group, I would say society as a whole is just fucking turned insane. But honestly, and you can fucking agree with me on this, for the last 70 years, that is how they've been slowly wanting to design it. You know, they. You know, break out the tinfoil hats, everybody. But I'm pretty sure that, you know, there are certain people... Oh, fuck. That's not what I wanted to do. There are certain people in our fucking government, certain people in the higher up, the deep state, whatever you want to fucking call it, that basically wanted to kind of just make people fucking stupid and dependent on the system in order for everybody to maintain control. And you know what's funny is that there are certain groups of people who have kind of tried to warn us about this type of shit. There are certain people that tried to warn us that this was going to be something that was going to happen. George Orwell with 1984 and Animal Farm. And ironically, Animal Farm is actually banned in certain fucking countries. Even though what happens in that movie is literally what's happening fucking right now, you know, is what they're trying to turn the country into. Everybody is equal, but some people are just more equal than others. Like, that's literally the mentality that they're trying to fucking cut. And don't forget V for Vendetta. You know, there was a theory that somebody came up with a long time ago that was basically like the stuff that the stuff that the higher powers want to do, or stuff that is possible to happen in the future. They throw it in movies and radio and music and things like that to try to numb people for when it actually happens. So, like, the movie V for Vendetta. Perfect fucking example of that, you know? Where everybody's on lockdown, you're not able to fucking talk freely about your government, certain music and movies and books are being banned, so that way you can't fucking share media, things like, you know, certain things like that. And it was like people who would have these things would get severely punished. The first person Stalin had killed when he was in power was a clown who made jokes about it. Yeah, I mean, like, that type of shit, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm so glad that that didn't kill. Sword dance. Well, no, comedian is, I don't think it's greater than. That's equal to. Use the correct math, sir. Because that's what a comedian is. A person who tells the truth using comedy as a vehicle is greater than a person who tells the truth. It meant to be an arrow. Okay. The equal sound is basically how I would read it correctly. But nevertheless, yeah, not greater than an arrow should be something. Yes. Yeah. And the funniest thing is, like, you talk to a lot of fucking people, they literally think that socialism or communism is like a completely different thing than what it actually is. It's like, oh yeah, socialism, it's supposed to be about, you know, equal footing for all the socialites. No! Like, I have a friend of mine who literally said, I consider myself a communist in the sense that we as a society have the ability to live, you know, it would be a lot bigger, a lot better of an idea for us to live in a commune to save money. No, that's not what communism is. Yeah, here's the thing about socialism. It only works if everyone acts in good faith. And you can't... and the only way to make it so everyone acts in good faith is controlling them to the point where they have no choice but to act in good faith. Not everybody is like that. Yeah, it only works if you assume that nobody will exploit that system. Yeah. And there was a specific social group, you know, like they were a national socials, a national social group, you know, that was very prominent sometime in the early 40s in Germany. And guess what happened? You know, there was another one that happened in Russia around that same time. But here's the, you know, and that's the thing though. It like you said, socialism only acts if everyone works in good faith. So, yeah, Tiananmen Square was real, right? Why don't you ask the kids at Tiananmen Square if fashion was the only reason why they were there? I mean, personally, I like being being in a capitalist society because of the concept of you're able to earn your keep. Whatever it is that you've earned is yours. I mean, granted, you're basically selling time and age and your services for money. I mean, that I like. I like that. I like the idea. Yeah, which Chronic. That's exactly what Animal Farm is about. And I'm sure you've probably either read or watched the movie Animal Farm, but that's exactly what Animal Farm was. Like, Animal Farm was basically about, you know, like, socialism. Yeah, but then the main leader who, the main leader pig ends up getting murdered and then is taken over by somebody who ends up developing a Marxist, you know, like, it goes from being like a socialist movement into a fucking Marxist and, you know, a Marxist movement, because like they start breaking their own laws and then explaining to all of the other animals that them breaking the law is okay. Yeah, it's exactly what happened in Russia in the early 20th century. Yeah. Stalin, Lenin, Trotsky. Yeah, and then we, in our generations, like my generation specifically, we got to watch the collapse, like the absolute fucking collapse of their government, and they basically had to restart. Which I don't think, honestly, I don't think Putin right now is like trying to turn their shit into a fucking communist government or a socialist government or anything like that. I really don't. Yeah, exactly, Chronic. Like, that's why I like capitalism. You get what if you, as long as you work, you get to earn your keep. If you don't work, you're, like the idea behind, like, I understand that there are certain things that, there are certain people that aren't able to work, mostly because they're disabled or something like that. However, we don't want it like this. We don't want it. Maybe we do. Yeah, you work and participate in society, and you're given money to show proof that you help the machine function that day. Everyone does their part, no matter how small, and they're rewarded for it. Right, and I have zero problem with that. I have, and keeping in mind, I understand that there are certain people that aren't able to participate in society in that sense. We do have people who in this country are disabled to a point where they are not physically able to work, but as Americans, everybody's got to fucking live, everybody's got to fucking survive, and everything. And I think that, and I think that in that sense, like, that right, and when they're unable to participate, they are still offered some way to live. And that, to me, I find is fine, because, like, those type of people, like those type of people, like, everybody else in the country that does work is able to take care of them. But there are too many fucking people who are A, bilking the system and being dishonest, so that way they can, because, like, there are some people out there who literally do not want to work at all, and yet they expect free money. And yet those are the same exact people who take advantage of a system that is supposed to be, it's like those same people that take advantage of that system are the same people who feel like who are the loudest about how socialism ought to work. You ever find that to be interesting? Like, on the real, like, it's supposed to be like, okay, I have the capability to work, so therefore I'm going to work. And a small portion of my money is supposed to fucking go towards the very same, like, the very same people who are retired and are too old to work, or too sick to work, or, like, too broken down to be able to work. Like, that makes sense. But like I said, there are too many people that are fucking reliant on a system that benefits them. Marx didn't have only horrible ideas. Like, personally, I think that there are too many fucking people in this world that take advantage of the system. Like, okay, I have a friend of mine who's so mentally fucked up and bipolar that she can't be around people long enough to work a full-time job, right? So because of that, she gets state assistance. You know, so like in a sense like that, where it's like you literally cannot be around people because you are a, you know, because you have the possibility of physically threatening human existence. Yeah, pretty much like cogs in the machine, you know, or a spoke on the wheel. Yeah, and that's the thing. The system we have right now works. Yeah, but the problem is like there are some people. All right, there are some people who are literally physically disabled and they can't work. So it's up to the rest of the country to be able to float them and their lifestyle, which is fine. You know, it's like you can't, you know, but if there's like a, you know, if there's a means for somebody to be able to work, I don't give a fuck what it is, then they should be able to work. Look, just because you're missing a toe doesn't mean that you can't fucking work. You know? Yeah, every person is essential to the machine worker. Now, obviously, you know, and obviously there are certain people, like, I don't know, children who aren't able to fucking work. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, those, you know. But once you hit like 15, you're able to do certain, you know, there are certain jobs that you are able to do. I mean, probably not anymore. I don't know. It's like when I was 15, I got my first job. I was a bagger at a fucking grocery store. Nobody does that anymore. You ever notice that the people who advocate for socialism tend to have better lives than most people? Not everybody. Like, to me, I find it interesting because, like, they peddle an idea of, like, an alternate idea of, I don't know, some insane fucked up shit. But it's funny to me because, like, what's funny to me is, like, okay, let's say, like, celebrities and stuff like that try to advocate for socialism. Basically, what that would do is, like, no matter how much money I make versus how much money you make versus how much money they make, everybody gets an equal share. So basically, the idea of socialism is if I'm only supposed to be making like $20 an hour, right? Because that's how much I make at my job, and you work $17 an hour at your job. But like Tom Cruise fucking makes a movie and he's supposed to get paid like $100 million to be in a fucking movie or something like that, you know? Or he gets paid like a couple million, you know, maybe that's too much. Maybe if it's like, okay, you get paid like $50 million to be in a fucking movie, but we're all gonna get paid equally the same. I mean, that's a benefit for me, but that's a disadvantage to him. You know? Why would any musician or actor or any kind of artist want to advocate for socialism? They're basically chopping down how much money they fucking earn. So to me, those people advocating for socialism makes no sense. The only way that it would make sense to me is if there's something there that they're not telling us about that benefits them a lot more than it would benefit us as a society. It also makes it so that everyone else now has to take on extra work if certain workers decide not to pull their weight. That's already a fucking thing. You know, that's, as far as I've seen it, that's always been a fucking thing, no matter what job that you're in, and that's in capitalism. And the reason being is because they want to pay less fucking people to do more work than they're supposed to. And that's every fucking job. The least amount of people that they need to pay, the better for them, because that's more money coming into the company, which means that's more money that they get for their own personal Christmas bonuses. They can give themselves raises and shit like that. Unless you're in the government, and then you can just sneak that into a fucking 1,500-page bill. If Monkey 2 doesn't work, Monkey 1 now needs to do his own work and Monkey 2's work. Yeah, and I doubt anybody in their right mind would actually be willing to fucking do something like that. But also at the same time, when Monkey 1 gets tired of it, nobody is getting bananas for the tribe, and the whole tribe starves Bad Monkey. Yeah. And then on top of that, you also have people who are reliant on the system, and people who also want to take advantage of the system. And it's basically like this, okay? It basically turns into this. People will stop working because no matter how hard they fucking work, or how little they fucking work, everybody is supposed to get paid exactly the same. Like, everything fucking rounds out. Like, that's what it is. It's like, no matter how much you work, whether or not you work overtime is irrelevant. So it basically is like the people who are going to work and like working will only work as much as they need to. So with socialism, people will start to understand that it doesn't matter if you work regular time or overtime. The amount of money that you earn every fucking paycheck is exactly the same. It doesn't fucking matter. It's basically a salary. You're basically given a salary for that specific, you know, for everything. Everybody gets equal footing. And then they find out that, oh yeah, they don't make any more if you do fucking overtime. So then overtime is out the fucking window, and all the companies and stuff that are behind continue to stay farther and farther behind. And then it comes to find out that, hell, you could work 4 days a week, and it won't make a fucking lick of difference. Exactly. You know, so you can work 4 days, 8 hours a day, 4 days a week, and it still doesn't make a lick of difference if you fucking work 4 days or 5 days. You still get the same amount. And then they find out that people who are disabled are getting paid the exact same amount as you, so they quit their job. All of a sudden, economic collapse. And people don't understand this. That's what infuriates me the most. Because that has happened multiple times. Any time that somebody has tried that idea of socialist governing, that has happened. But it would just work, though. How? Like, that's the thing, though. Like, that's their basis on the argument is that. How would it work? No one can actually give a prime example of how the fuck it would work. Yeah. And that's exactly the issue. You would basically have to force people to work. And then guess what happens? You're no better than China. Yeah, communist Russia was the same thing. That's why, dude. Fucking everybody who's like, you know, that's why people will tend to say that fucking communism, you know, like socialism bleeds into communism. Fuck. Like, yeah, dude, that's just, it's just fucking insane to me. People are insane. And they're too stupid to fucking understand what it is that they're saying anymore. No, what's even worse, though, is, like, not only do they not want to think, they want to be told how things are and shit, and yet they want to act like that they're the ones that are superiorly intelligent. Yeah, and that's just not how the fucking universe works. Like, seriously, like, the universe is fucking chaos. I know things, famous celebrities said it, so it must be true. Yeah. You really want to fucking take the advice from somebody like Cardi B or Kim Kardashian? Or of all fucking people like Paris Hilton? You know what I'm saying? Oh, damn. Oh. Yeah, they try to make it sound like all that shit is just like rampant and everywhere. And it's like, no, it's not. We don't support the one side because we believe what they say. We support them because they say and believe what we already know is so true. They're in touch with reality and they know what issues for them. Yes, racism sucks, sexism is dumb and stupid. Oh, damn. And it's just sad and pathetic how fucking dumb and stupid and weak a lot of fucking people are. But you have to be nice to me. I'm insert. I'm here. Yeah, it can get kind of annoying. Like hearing that shit all the fucking time. Like I don't care who you are. I mean, shit. 20 years ago, we didn't want to be labeled or identified as anything. Like there were certain people who were just like, I don't like labels. And then Tumblr came along. Oh, dude, I've been hearing that shit for fucking eons, bro. People using certain labels as a shield to excuse themselves for bad behaviors, like, oh, don't mind me, I'm a fucking Aries or whatever. I had a friend who, every time someone tried to call him out on his bullshit, he'd say, "Oh, I have autism, so you just have to deal with it." Like, yeah, I agree. Just stop being a dickhead. Like, autism doesn't fucking do that. It makes it so you have, like, some weird obsession with trains and you know, like, the fucking train route for every fucking train that ever existed. Yeah, being a specific label does not give you the wherewithal to be a fucking dick. Actually, I would say that's probably not the right phrase, but not wherewithal, but it doesn't necessarily give you carte blanche. I had to think about that real quick. Hey, Sleepy Azura, thank you for the follow. No kidding. Well, let's see, where am I on this? Damn. Let's crack open another one of these boys. Oh, how dare you! Let's see. Okay. Yay, you got food. Ah, fuck! Fuck! There goes Ferris. Damn it. Damn, I didn't get to Ferris in time. That's kind of sucky. Oh well. Fuck it. Well, let's see. Well. No kidding. Well, Jesus Christ. So I'm hopping up here right now because apparently, like, I got hit up by somebody who wants me to fucking get them to ride to Chicago, and that's like a 3-hour trip. So they're willing to fucking pay me to do it. So to hell with it. I'm gonna do it. So I figure before I go, I'll just replenish my shit. So I think what I'm gonna do is, like, even though this stream's only an hour long, and somebody ends up hitting me up because it's like I ain't gonna be able to make the amount of money that they're offering to do this ride for the amount of time that it would take for me to do the ride and come back. So priorities, man. Like, basically, that's where I'm at. That's what I'm sitting at right now when it concerns making money and shit. So I'm gonna get up off of here, and I'll probably come back. I'm getting off of this, so I'm gonna, and I'll be back You know, and I'll probably start streaming again when I come back. But yeah, just in case, I have to reiterate this. Somebody hit me up about getting a fucking ride. They're offering me money, and there's more money involved for the amount of time that it's going to take to do the ride than it would be if I were to take that time streaming. So, priorities, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, alright, I'm going to get up out of here, so when I get back, I'll probably start streaming again. But with that said, I'm crazy. You guys have a good one. I'm out of here. Deuces.